Спасибо большое for the invitation to join this panel. So, I guess very interested in the presentation by our colleague. I totally agree. Kind of northern latitude peat bogs and mires, wetlands are very much ignored as the world looks at places like Indonesia to try and work out what's going to happen as they transform their landscapes to maybe palm oil. And we're interested in ways of using satellite data to characterize, map the dynamics, also to look at very small peat bogs and the patterns and the fragmentation of the landscape that arises from that. So, and one of my colleagues, literally 2 doors away, Professor Susan Page, also working with other colleagues from Finland and Scandinavian countries on processes in these peat bogs. So we can look at that. The wildland fires is of course important, and perhaps will become even more important as we move forward. In the UK, we now have to kind of look at our research grants and some of the strategic programs around these sustainable development goals, and we often have to track which one of those SDGs our very small piece of research will make a contribution to. And there's a nice piece of work that has come out of University of Surrey, where one of their academics has tried to map onto each of those SDGs what is the contribution of Earth observation, either directly or indirectly. And I think, you know, as a community we can look at that and see where our work might eventually be used, but also, very importantly, work with users, biologists, botanists, ecologists, hydrologists, to make sure that what is being produced from satellite is it can be very easily used in their models. There's some measures of uncertainty. This is a big piece of work. Certainly in our projects now from European Space Agency, we have whole work packages on uncertainty characterization, and another one on validation, and another one on user interaction and feedback. So there's a lot of emphasis on data quality, and then we can also look at how to set up data sharing portals. We've heard a lot over the last 2 days about a database, a GIS, a framework of, and then we heard today Dr. Bartlev say that the current assessment of forest is inadequate or needs a new project to address that. So ways that we can share data either through our publications or through open access databases will, I think, really enrich the community and encourage others to contribute their data, and to hopefully some big discoveries will be made. I always look at these papers from physics where they have 100+ authors, even sometimes 1,000 authors, because they've discovered a black hole. And I'm thinking, why aren't we, our community, looking at Earth system science? Why aren't we that coordinated and that joined up? Because we're probably just as big, actually, in terms of numbers of academics and scientists. So I think there's some real progress that can be made. And I think this workshop and the science meeting is a good start, especially for me. 20 years since I was last looking at this part of the world. But as you know, you can easily take some of our methods and our algorithms and our ideas and apply them in different areas to new approaches, because I firmly believe there's some big science questions that will become even bigger as time passes. So thanks again.